Hey everybody, welcome back to Coco's Well. I am 28 weeks pregnant, which means I am in my third trimester, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I feel like I've been pretty blessed this pregnancy to have pretty mild symptoms. Besides, if you've read my pregnancy updates on my blog, I've had some stomach issues, and by that I mean I've had chronic diarrhea for the entire pregnancy, and it's been kind of the world's greatest mystery to everyone. Why? Because most women who are pregnant have the opposite problem. So we recently, just last week, saw a doctor about it. Well, we've seen our midwife and an OB about it, but we're seeing a specialist about it. And she was really great, super helpful. In other symptoms, yesterday I was reading the baby center update about my 28 weeks, the start of 28 weeks, and it mentioned something about leg cramps. And I was like, I haven't had any leg cramps. And with Henry, I had leg cramps, I had foot cramps really early on that just started, and they were super annoying. And I was like, maybe I just won't this pregnancy. And then last night, I woke up with the worst leg cramp. But as far as symptoms go, that's kind of it. I haven't been having really strong cravings, really strong aversions. Like there's nothing. Oh, the only aversion that I've really been having is coconut water. David bought this big pack of coconut water when we were at Costco last time, and he's always asking me if I want some because I think he thinks it'll be good to keep me hydrated. I always have to be like, no, David, I don't want coconut water. I hate coconut water. Which I don't hate coconut water normally, but I guess right now I do. So that's my only aversion. And cravings, I've just been kind of eating normally. Like I haven't felt like, oh, I have to have this or I need that. Just really been enjoying eating all kinds of food. So that's good. We also found out at our last appointment that baby, he is head down, which I am so happy about. Henry was breech until I think 30, maybe 37, 38 weeks, and it had all of us in a complete panic. And we found out that he had turned the day we went to have the external version. So I am so happy that this little guy is in a good position already, and I want to make sure I keep it that way. So I've been on spinningbabies.com. If you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. She's got some great exercises on there to make sure that your baby gets in a good position for birth. So I've been doing that, and I've also been walking every day. I've been wearing a Fitbit. I talked about it in my last pregnancy update, but I've been making sure that I get 10,000 steps a day, which is about 5 miles. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less, but it's been a great motivator to me to get outside, to get some exercise. Weight gain. I found my chart from last pregnancy. I keep talking about the last pregnancy, but it's the only thing I have to compare this one to. And I have gained the same exact amount of weight for 28 weeks as I did last time. So that's about 15 pounds, and I feel huge. Last pregnancy, I don't remember feeling this big, but my belly, and people have said, who knew me last pregnancy, have said that my belly is clearly bigger. It's not ginormous or anything like that, but I think that he's definitely gonna be a little bit bigger than Henry was, because unless I'm just carrying differently, but my belly is definitely sticking out more and sticking out differently than it did last time around. And I will get around to show you guys the belly at the end of the video. We're not actually taking birth classes this time around. We had an amazing experience with a hypnobirthing instructor with Henry, and I could not recommend hypnobirthing enough if you are a new mom. I think it's so great for teaching your body how to relax and how to enjoy labor and let your body do what it needs to do, especially if you're hoping to have a natural birth. But this time around, I really did want to do a birth class again. I thought it would be a great idea, but we just don't have the time. And I'm starting to kind of feel panicked about the birth. I told my friend today that I've been feeling like last birth was just too easy, that Henry just came out, everything was perfect. It was miraculous, this beautiful experience, and now this time around things are just gonna go completely haywire. And I don't know where I'm getting these fears or these ideas, but I definitely want to get rid of them before the baby comes. We've decided to have some private consultations with our birth instructor, Anita, instead of doing the 6-week birth class, which we just don't have time for. And I want to just talk to her about my fears and relearn the imagery and the relaxation techniques that I loved so much from hypnobirthing, because with Henry we practiced those all the time, and I just totally got used to getting into that relaxed Zen mode, and this time around I'm just kind of feeling antsy. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that it will help. If you had a natural birth for your first birth, how did you feel going into your second birth? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you totally relaxed? I'd love to hear how you felt. Maybe what I'm feeling is totally normal. Baby names. Some of you guys have been asking, actually everyone asks if we have picked a boy name yet. And we actually didn't name Henry until he was 4 days old. We didn't know if he was a boy or a girl, so we had boy names and we had girl names. And when he was born, we gave him one of the boy names for a day, and then we unnamed him because it just wasn't right. And we actually pulled out Henry from nowhere. It wasn't on our list, and it just suited him. So I think day 4 we finally decided. And originally, when we found out that this little guy was a boy, I wanted to name him. I just felt like, now that we know, we should name him. I think maybe it's because that's what everyone else does. But then after just sitting on it for a couple weeks and giving him a name, I realized it just didn't feel right. And so David and I have officially decided that we're not gonna name this little guy until we see him. And we'll probably have some names written out that we will look at, but who knows, it might not even be one from the list. So I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see who he is, and then he'll have a name and you guys will all get to hear about it. So that is everything for 28 weeks. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. So please subscribe to my channel, click like to this video, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, I almost forgot the belly. Okay, let me show you guys the 28-week belly shot. There he is. I think he's growing. He's big. My belly button's popped out. That's the other thing. All right, so that is everything. I will see you guys next time. Bye.